Hello.
Hey, Andy.
How's it going?
It's alright, yeah.
Starting with a bit of Miley. Throwback to last week. Case
I love this song.
guilty.
It's such a guilty pleasure
It's
for
the
me.
guiltiest of pleasures. There's lots of guilty pleasures. We'll get there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a unscheduled delay because of my body saying no in spectacular fashion the day before we were supposed to record, and I ended up in hospital. We'll probably not come back to that. But yeah, in the meantime, we're joined by a special guest this week.
We are.
We actually said we may have called to him last week when we were talking about Roy. Yeah. So we have Mitchell, the only person in the whole town who can speak fluent Roy.
Yeah, I can.
So hello, Mitchell.
It was good. Hello, Angus. Hello, George.
How's it going?
Yeah. So coming on the accent, you're close. Not very dialecty enough. More nasal. You need.
Well, you think he's more nasal than
Definitely.
Maybe you could
Oh no!
firework.
Brilliant.
So yeah, right. Here we are.
Okay, so we need a, what is it, 3? I don't know, 5, depends on where you
10,
start.
episode 3. We need to
So
start.
we need to start for 10. Okay, news source. The Times of China?
Right, we'll see what we got.
The China Times?
China Times.
Surely the China Times is a thing.
Times of any country, isn't it?
Well, exactly,
Yeah.
surely. You had New York Times.
It's like they have the Times, and they just have different
Yeah.
We got
I don't know.
globaltimes.cn. Will that be okay for you?
Globaltimes.cn.
Yeah.
Will that do?
Can we not get on the internet in China though? Because then they cut off.
Don't know, who knows.
I'm not sure. Well, anyway,
Anyway.
Yeah.
front page we got a good one.
All right.
He's under the category of odd. I don't know.
Wow. Amazing.
I don't know if odd is a translation from Chinese.
Maybe it means
or
very interesting in Chinese.
I'm not sure, to be honest. Well, here we go. One-armed driver answers mobile phone, crashes. Well, yeah. So, a one-armed driver has been involved in a fender bender and was detained after police found that he was not only unlicensed, but he'd been using his only hand to talk on his mobile phone. The driver, surnamed Jiang, was sentenced to 15 days in detention and given a 2,000 yuan fine for driving without a license. So he didn't actually get anything for driving with one arm. I don't know. That's
Wait,
not...
he wasn't even driving with one arm, was he? 'Cause he
How-
answered
Yeah.
his phone.
How would they detain him? Because they can't put handcuffs on him.
That's a very good point.
Oh,
That's
it's a very good point.
Yeah. So put your hand behind your back.
It's just tied to one leg, and he's just doubled over, like crabbing along. Police were even more taken aback when they noticed Jiang drives a stick shift. It was very dangerous,
what?
said a Yantai officer. So not only does he
Drive with one
drive
hand,
wheels, he obviously
answer phones while driving, and changes gears manually.
so he's obviously in like a bit of a knee jam situation. So he
yeah.
jams the wheel, then changes gear. How he was doing this on the phone?
Unbelievable.
What was he holding it? In
Well, he
his, like,
didn't, 'cause he
hand?
crashed.
Yeah.
It answers it, doesn't it?
I'm a good driver. I use my left hand to steer and shift gears. An investigation revealed that Zhang has been cited in March for driving without a license. So he's also got previous on this.
Oh no.
This is my favourite line. You wouldn't have caught me if this accident hadn't have happened. You wouldn't have caught me if it weren't for those meddling
Ridiculous
kids.
thing to say.
Any robber ever. Oh, can't call me.
Unsurprisingly, Zhang's disability makes him ineligible for a driving licence, according to Chinese traffic law. I'd actually hope it's worldwide traffic law, actually.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't
Well,
actually
no,
know.
You get
No,
like
get
special
automatic.
cars.
With
You
the
could
drift
drive an
knob.
automatic, can't you?
Yeah, you can, but you get the ones with like the gears and the handbrakes behind the steering wheel.
Yeah, that's clever.
Yeah, because there's one for veterans, which is like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
His condition puts him even more at risk in an emergency situation, i.e. not being able to handcuff him.
He's a flight risk.
Your flight would do. Damn, that is something I hadn't considered. So yeah,
That is a
Any
pretty damn good
experience?
starter.
any experience of one-armed drivers?
No. There was that guy that was caught for reading while driving, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
quite recently, yeah.
Relatively recently.
Well, people have been caught for all sorts, like eating at the wheel,
Mm,
apples, and things
I
like
do
that.
I'm guilty of that.
Really?
I eat an apple while driving.
Apple's quite hard. I've never had an apple, like sweets, like chocolates.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, an apple, yeah.
It's trying to navigate a banana and trying to pin
Yeah,
it.
that
Could be
would
quite
be-
interesting.
That'd be dangerous. Or an orange.
I've thrown a
Trying to
banana.
do the one peel while you're going along. Like, oh, better get it, better get it.
I threw a banana skin out of a window and it hit the sign on the side of the road at like 70 mile an hour, like a M5 splat out the slow lane.
Excellent.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't
Banana
driving as I was on the
everywhere.
side, but yeah. So I've thrown.
Have you witnessed a car accident?
I have.
Have you?
I've witnessed one which was behind me and in front of me at the same time.
Wow.
Like we go Holden Hill. We go down
yeah.
Holden Hill.
Yeah.
Car in front of me, emergency brakes. I saw it coming, so I just drove onto the grass verge.
Hmm.
Car in front of me crashed, and the car behind me crashed into the
What?
car behind him.
And you've magically
I was like, I'm out of it. I'm on the grass.
just slid away.
Yeah, slinked away.
No, I've never really seen too many. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some.
I went into the back of like a new BMW once.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, it was a really tense moment when he leaned across and turned off his touchscreen. I was like,
Ooh.
oh no.
This is an expensive one.
Yep. Luckily, it was only like a bounce.
So just
there was no mark, and it was raining, so I just like cuffed it off. It's
Just a
fine.
ding.
I've never hit anyone.
There was a thing, and
Anything.
Anything. I've never killed anything.
I've never killed anyone.
Angus, have you killed anything?
oh my, the repertoire is long of roadkill. What you guys, I think, if there's like an average on roadkill, like I've got all of your guys' quota and everybody who's going to listen to this ever. Before I'd even passed my test, I'd hit a deer. I had the L plates on, second run out with the car with Mum. Driving over the top, it's kind of went past a woodland where a deer might come out 1 in a million.
I've never seen a deer there.
Sure enough, deer jumps out and it was fully suicidal. It like ducked it, like bowed its head and went under the wheel, like bang bang. And all that happened was it just pulled out all of the plastic plugs that keep your like I don't know what you call it.
Just the
The-
wheel arch line.
Yeah, the underplate, like the liner that deflects the water from going into the engine bay. So then after that, then this was thinking about this, probably the beginning of the electrical problems. I can probably pinpoint it back to when all the electrics started saying no, is when they all got wet after hitting the deer. Yeah, seagulls, rabbits. A seagull was actually on my third trip out in my car with Mum. So L plates on again. Oh, we're joking. Oh, we better not hit an animal this time. Down the hill, seagull, just suicide mode. Just pops, explodes, feathers everywhere. The full shebang. Nasty. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Some rabbits. Pheasant.
Well, they're not hard to hit, are they?
Well, I don't intentionally...
The
I'm not...
the stupidest animal in the
Let's
world.
just clear this up. I'm not going out to go and kill animals.
Go out in pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the rules.
Yeah, the law.
Yeah.
It's an interesting law, that.
Yes.
Well, it's...
You can't intentionally hit a peasant and then take it off your wheel and have it. But if you go
Peasant.
Definitely not supposed to go around hitting peasants.
Pheasants, all right, guys. Pheasants. If you get but if you go around in pairs, the guy behind you can technically take them.
Yeah, so if
So
you
they
hit,
have
you're
a-
not allowed to collect your own roadkill.
But the person behind can.
Yeah,
Yeah, to a degree.
kind of a dick move, but yeah, it's legal.
Yeah, I don't think...
For the person behind, it's legal. The person in front is kind of.
Yeah, I actually I don't know how well it would stand up if you're going around hunting with a car.
Driving with intent to hunt.
And also,
Probably not legal.
you don't know what state the animal's going to be
This
in.
is
I
the
mean,
thing.
it's not like it's not a clean kill. It's not going to like produce it as a chicken breast, is it? If you it's going to be like just
I don't
splattered.
think people who eat roadkill tend to fillet their meat like that. they just tend to eat it.
Oh, how are you preparing the meat this evening, darling? Wow. Filleted.
It's pre-prepared off a golf bumper. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to...
I heard the golf gives a nice aftertaste.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well,
I think
do
you're
you
right.
Compared to a
Like a
Maserati,
smoky
it's a
flavour.
classier aftertaste.
the more expensive the car, do you think it's like the higher quality the kill?
Probably, yeah.
So if you like slice, if you
Something
like,
to do with paint quality.
if you slice a rabbit in half with an Aventador, just cut it in
Slice
half
it
on that
off.
front bumper of a Lamborghini, is that a better value kill?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know really. Is that something to experiment? Right. Anybody get in touch if you're an Aventador driver or an expensive
Or a
car?
Ferrari. I don't know,
Ferrari.
or
We need an
anything.
expensive car, and we'll follow behind.
Yeah.
You hit roadkill, and we do the test on a 1 to
Taste
10
test.
Yeah.
MasterChef
You need,
style.
what's it called? You need like a normal version, or like a peasant car,
Yeah.
like a Peugeot 206 HMR.
Perfect.
Yeah, we could. Is this you donating your car to
science
to culinary
Yeah,
science?
culinary science. Yeah.
Heston to get behind this?
Heston would.
Mm.
I think MasterChef's a good idea.
What? Roadkill MasterChef.
Angus is preparing roadkill pheasant.
What is it? Just a GoPro on top of the car of me traipsing around trying to hit animals.
Just ragging it around backlinks, trying to hit
Well,
something.
your guys' past record. You've been driving for I don't know how many years, 4 years, and you've got nothing.
No.
I've got nothing.
And I'm racking them up, the kills, the
I think it
points.
just says something about the driver, to be honest.
They don't. I can't say anything. A deer committed suicide. It ducked. It positioned itself with its head squarely under the wheel.
Who hit a tractor? Who was that?
Oh, that was Jono.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was Jono.
Shoelace got tied
Johnny
and
hit a
stuff.
tractor. Yeah.
Probably the only time that I've ever like.
It's not that he hit it; he went into the back of it.
No.
Yeah, because his shoelace got tied round the
Yeah.
shoelace got tied round the brake pedal, which is a
Unbelievable.
terrifying way to have an
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah, if you lose control of the brakes.
Mhm.
Oh, there was a hilarious video I saw of a car in
Where's this going?
Yeah.
in a Corvette, like out racing at Road America, and he's coming down like the back straight or whatever, and he puts his foot on the brake. He's obviously just cooked his brakes, and just nothing happens, and you see a little bit of panic, and he's like, it's an onboard camera, and he starts bouncing across the grass. You can see the fence coming up, and then he just swings violently left, and then goes along like an access road, smashes through a fence like GTA style, and goes out onto the main
saw
road, and then
Unbelievable.
he takes another left and rejoins through the main entrance to the circuit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he just
Absolutely
drives back in.
unbelievable.
Just like, yeah, okay, do this.
So slick, like he almost intended to.
He did almost hit a van though.
Yes.
You can see like the look on the other guy's face, like, oh wow.
Well, he turns into like oncoming traffic, just straight out into oncoming traffic in a race car with no brakes.
Yeah.
To be fair, like fair play to him.
He did well, yeah.
Any brake failure incidents to report? Once again, multiple, but I have a funny feeling that my checkered
yeah.
car history is.
Not brake. Don't think brake failures. I have nearly lost it a couple of times.
Oh yeah, we've had some classics driving to work,
You've had some,
I've had
had some
pretty cool
fun in the
ones
Rover.
there, Yeah.
being rover taken.
Yeah, used to do a lot of Rover taking in my Rover.
The glorious days of the demise of the Rover was.
It was sad.
It was sad.
It went bang.
But the build up to how it went bang,
Yeah.
the weeks that preceded it going bang were quite entertaining.
Yeah, spectacular. It's always spectacular.
With the rear window going pop,
Yeah.
and you thinking you're being shot at.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
about this.
yeah, the rear window exploded.
I had
Which I highly doubt anybody's ever had happen to them because the chances are like 1 in a million.
Unless you're in a Jason Statham film.
yeah.
As you're filming the next Transporter.
I did expect to turn around and see a film crew or something. Yeah, so I was just driving along and stopped at traffic lights. It was cold, to be fair. It was really cold. It was winter.
That's why you had your heated rear windscreen
And
on
the heated rear windscreen on, yeah. It had been on for a while. And it turned,
in the Rover.
but hadn't turned off. And yeah, it just exploded. And there was, the glass was sort of everywhere, but it wasn't. It wasn't because the rear windscreen's not like the front windscreen. So if a front windscreen cracks, it doesn't shatter. It just
Yeah, it's like held together until you
yeah, it's
put
like
your-
held together by film, basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the rear windscreen doesn't do that. So there was a lot of glass on my parcel shelf. It became a glass shelf.
Your mum was mildly panicked.
A little bit panicked, yeah. Just
But-
wonder what had happened.
And then
And I just remember looking in the rearview mirror and saying, "Rear window's gone." Yeah, it's gone.
So blasé.
Yeah. Well, what can you do in that sort of situation? So,
True.
how long did you drive around with it in like a black bin bag?
like, I did, like, literally, I was 2 seconds. I was on a crossing and turned off and went into a supermarket car park and waited for 3 hours for the recovery people.
Oh, what? So you didn't even get to do
Yeah.
the old bag in
No, I
window
didn't do
trick?
the bag and window trick. No,
That's disappointing. I always
Yeah.
thought that'd be entertaining.
no.
It's the
Just
best
called the
way.
insurance company and it was all handled by them.
But I imagine
That's too sensible.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It was a
the
bit
drumming. Imagine
Yeah.
trying to drive it with no. It would have been like.
like that. It's the
Times a
sound
million.
when you have your windows down on the motorway.
Yeah.
What, permanently.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, sod that.
It does something weird with your head, doesn't it?
Massively so. Yeah, it's a sudden pressure change.
Must be.
Yeah, but
Like-
that's Just think, imagine if somebody took the windows out on a plane. It's just that times like 40,000.
It must. I don't know if maybe when skydiving, do you get that feeling?
Don't know, never done it. I'd
Me
quite
neither.
like to do it though.
Yeah,
I think
it's
Oh no, so I dived.
Oh,
But I guess they give you like earplugs.
No, they make you wear one of those stupid hats that looks like a pork pie. Like a crimped top on a pork pie. Why is that? And the instructor's there in like nice like Oakley shades, and they make you dress up like a lemon and strap them to you. And
The worst colours.
Brilliant.
yeah,
Here you have pastel pink.
what is it? It's like when people go. It's like 80s ski colours almost. It's like pastel pink
Ooh,
and
wow.
purples
That's
and
worse than that.
Brilliant.
These guys are cool.
what, like all in one ski suits.
Oh yeah, like a lime green ski suit.
Oh,
Yeah,
Vivid.
well, it's come round again, hasn't it? Let's face it. It was fashionable once. Now it's come round again.
definitely so.
But yeah, I don't understand why they dress you up in pastel
I don't
colours.
know. So maybe it protects your ears though. You don't get that. Bop.
We need to find somebody who's been skydiving. We need a guest.
There must be tons of people that we know that have been skydiving.
I don't know. But yeah.
I did do a big swing,
Oh yeah.
which sounds terrible, but it wasn't. So
How big was? It's going to have to be a pretty big swing to
Wow,
impress
wow.
us along skydiving.
So, in Florida, when I was in Florida, there's something called the Sky Coaster, and I can't
Getting
remember.
there, sounding impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, and I can't remember how tall it was, but it was very, very tall, and it's like the third highest of these in the world.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
It has
So
some
anyway.
credibility.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a big V, like this, and then there's another of huge posts that go high in the air, and then there's another one just behind it, like sort
Like
of
a crane.
Yeah, basically, and it's two wires come down off the V, and then one goes up to the big
Oh,
post
so you're
behind
just
it.
suspended like a
So-
giant swing.
So basically, yeah, you lie down and you get strapped in, harnessed in on these two wires, and it drags you up with a winch. You get winched up to the top of this, the one that's pointing out the side, and then you pull a rip cord, and you just fall, and then you swing.
Oh, that sounds quite cool.
It's really cool.
Do you
I can't
do one
remember
of
how
those
high it is.
things
Google it.
where you
Sky
lay on
Coaster.
your front? You
Yeah,
like
that's
lay
what it
in a
is. You're
harness.
laying on the front. So they say it's like a mixture between skydiving and like paragliding, because
Oh.
when you first pull the cord, you free fall for a short amount of time, like 50 feet or something. I can't remember. Not that much. I can't remember how much. And then you start swinging. It's
Oh.
really cool.
We once made a homemade zipline on a farm, and the conditions were that they had a ram harness, so a harness exactly like you're talking, where you'd lay on your
Where you
front,
lie down,
and you'd put the funny idea that everybody decided on was that I would sit in this ram harness with my arms and legs through the hole, pretending I was a sheep. And we didn't really know this about zip lines at the time, but there's actually quite a lot more technology that goes into a zip wire than you initially thought. Like the optimum angle for a zip line is 3 degrees. So 3 degrees from the top to the bottom is about as fast as you want to go. Well, we thought, let's just go in line with the land. This is what happened when we had access to too much equipment, too young, with too many ideas, and a farmer father who thought this would also be a good idea and got involved. So we put up a full metal zip line at about 17 degrees to the ground, like a 17% slope, like steep, and it goes across a ravine, and we put 6 tyres on the end of it, like, this will be great. Like, who's going to go on it first? And I'm sat there in this harness, like, I'm not going on that because I'm going to die. And then, the dad is like, none of you wet, he's going to do it, I'll get on it then. So he sits on a piece of rope with a knot and a piece of wood tied on it, and he gets on it. He only goes from about 2/3 of the way up. And as soon as he lifted his feet up, he knew that it was such a bad idea. It went so fast. And obviously, it just hit the tyres at the end. And he went from like 25, 30 mile an hour to 0 against as he swung up. And his body, just his corpse weight smashed into the tyres and rebounded backwards. And we all stood there in silence like, oh my God, he's dead. There's no way he's come out of that uninjured. And amazingly, he was fine. But hell, it was so dodgy.
So, in case you're interested, the Sky Coaster that we did was 250 feet high, which is
That's
76 meters.
I was going to say.
That's pretty damn high.
250 feet, yeah, it's pretty badass. I'll show you a photo if I can find one.
That doesn't work very well on audio
So this
podcast.
is
Oh yeah, the picture looks good.
The picture,
Basically,
this
guys,
picture transmits really well
the
through
chances
audio.
are you're listening to this over the internet.
Yeah, you
Google it.
Yeah, it looks like a massive arch.
Mm.
Yeah, interesting.
Watch a video one day. It's brilliant.
Very, very intense.
Thank you for successfully killing all our.
Well, do you want to bring it back to China? Because I've got a funny thing.
Okay,
Go
well, we'll
for
go.
it.
We'll
Tell us about China.
Revert back to China.
Did you know that China at the moment, in streaming, there's a massive rise in popularity about females just eating bananas?
I did read about this.
What?
Yeah.
Streaming?
Yeah, and they were
live
gonna-
streaming them. Just
Audio
eating,
or video?
No, video, like Twitch streaming, like
Eating bananas.
just eating bananas. Yeah.
Is that because?
Well, they've actually. It says here
Or?
they've banned the erotic banana eating live streams.
Right.
Oh no.
Well,
So
yeah,
it is erotic.
and now live streaming sites must monitor all their output round the clock to ensure that nothing untoward is going on.
With
So-
bananas.
Yeah.
Oh, and like a kumquat, erotically eating.
What does a kumquat even look like?
What I'm saying is like phallic shape.
You've got to paint the picture because
What
it's a podcast.
What an insane fruit to pick.
Am I right? Am I thinking the right one? I may be thinking of like a
Can't think.
butternut squash. Yeah, the butternut squash is better.
A kumquat just looks like an orange.
Is it? Have I just lied? Yeah, I have. I apologise for not knowing my vegetables.
A fruit?
Is it? Is it? Oh, I really have messed up here.
You're thinking of
A butternut squash is
Yeah.
fairly phallic.
Oh, you're
Fair-
thinking of
pretty-
like
pretty
the
damn big as
emoji,
well.
the emoji that everybody uses as a
Aubergine.
the aubergine,
yeah,
which
that's
everybody
probably
was
not-
like, everybody
Or
sends an
eggplant.
emoji being like, looking like, oh, phallic symbol.
Yeah.
You actually see one of them in real life. It's like, oh my, it's like the
Monstrous.
size of a 2-litre Coke bottle.
It is. I've got like a weird tip about them.
What, aubergine?
Aubergines, yeah, a weird experience. If you drop them, they make a really great noise. Like the thud is so
Really?
satisfying. Yeah. Because I used to work in
Oh
Tesco on produce, and like one day just accidentally dropped one. I was just like,
So out of all the fruit you've dropped,
yeah.
what sounds best?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say that.
Aubergine.
Yeah, aubergines.
Can we buy an aubergine and sample it next week?
A test of an aubergine falling on the
Definitely
ground.
do
Yeah,
that.
no, it's good. Oh,
You
weird.
did almost get crushed. I remember you nearly got crushed by a banana trolley, didn't
I
you?
did. I nearly got killed by bananas.
It started rolling down the ramp and then it tipped over.
You know, the way that you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to push it from the top, because there's obviously
Yeah.
this round where they keep all the fruit out the back. I pushed it from the bottom, which meant all the weight just got distributed to the bottom and just fell on me. And I was there for 5 minutes screaming for my life and for help until a co-worker who is probably half my height decides to come and help. And she didn't really have the muscle for it, so it was just two people screaming for help, and just nothing happening.
And you're stuck underneath
Yeah,
a huge weight of bananas.
yeah, like
It must be quite heavy. It
Fair
must be
trade?
quite a lot.
yeah, fair trade. Yeah, if I was going out, it had to be fair trade.
He's gonna go out with a bang.
Well, apparently it's too erotic, so bananas now I can
What would they say about if we live streamed you being squashed by bananas?
I reckon I'll probably get in the news.
It's a niche.
Very, very niche. Yeah.
People dig niches though. I don't know. People
True.
get weird about like niches and stuff. Here.
You just like start a channel to try and find like weird, like
Weird.
non-erotic.
No,
fruits to
because
eat
it's not.
erotically.
It wouldn't. It would last
Like an
about.
apple.
It would last about 8 seconds, and then it would fall. It would be another news article here. People will think of good ways to get around the banana ban. They will all start eating cucumbers, and if that's no good, yams.
Or just looking at porn.
Well, they could, yeah.
That would be.
If,
I don't
if
know.
the fruit,
If they
you can't
really
get
want
kicks
to.
out fruits. Well, I think the thing is, like, in China, they've got like a heavy clampdown on their internet usage.
Probably, yeah.
So I think most things like that are probably like filtered and you're not allowed.
Yeah, just
or
banned.
they just watch everything.
I
don't know.
Well, that's impossible. You can't watch everything, can you? It's too much to watch. Of course,
Who
you
doesn't
can't.
have
Wow,
filters?
this is getting
Spam
incredibly
filters.
meta right now.
Well, it's not. It's too much to follow every. Well, how many people are in China? a lot.
Over 1 billion.
It
Brilliant.
wouldn't surprise you. Yeah, they ticked over that.
1 billion, yeah.
Oh.
Achievement unlocked.
Oh, my.
You reached 1 billion population. So is
Yeah.
India, isn't it? India's over 1 billion as well.
Really?
Mm.
Wow. Well, I don't know.
I think there's 7 billion in the world.
Oh, it's like 7.6.
7 billion in the world, yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Just fact checking.
Yeah, come on.
Ooh. Currently, it's like 7.125 billion.
There you go.
And that was in 2013, so that's totally wrong.
So it'd be maybe a little bit higher.
7.4 billion.
Oh, it's close. Damn it.
How many births today?
421,000.
350,000.
Oh, I was going to seriously go low on that.
Were you?
Like 10, yeah.
What
how
was
would
the
that
birth
work?
to death ratio though? That's
Yeah, is
probably
it
more
like
important.
net, or is it just...
Oh no, there's a net of 200,000 plus,
Oh.
which is
Really?
pretty serious.
So
There
the
we go.
population is growing.
Very much so.
Yeah, and even more so. There's been 50,000 births this year and 20,000 deaths. So we're 28,000 net up this year. No, 28 million.
Yeah,
Oh,
million.
my numbers are way off.
I have
I'm losing
read that-
control of the decimal places here.
I've read that people think, I don't know, mathematicians or scientists think that we will hit an equilibrium. Apparently,
I
and
reckon
there's a
that
full
would-
mathematical explanation for it, but we will hit a level
I hope
and
so.
the population won't grow after that, due to proportions of people who don't have children and people who only have one child from 2-parent relationships and things.
Well,
Apparently,
if
there's
that
a-
doesn't
there's a
happen,
number.
we're kind of screwed.
Well, yeah, we are.
Yeah, but another force will take hold, like famine or something horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Famine and war, and those arguably are why
Yeah,
those
war
things.
keeps the population down, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a very satisfactory way of controlling population, is it? Though. Two warmongers sat there on the sofa.
Well, yeah, I know what I'm investing in.
You say it, but World War One, the Spanish flu killed more people than World War One.
That's a good Spanish flu. What made it Spanish flu? Was it just a
Came
flu
from
that
Spain.
originated in Spain?
Yeah, probably.
It's called
so.
the normal flu is called rhinovirus.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, nothing to do with rhinos though.
It sounds a lot more aggressive than flu, though.
Spanish flu.
Yeah.
It killed more people than the whole of the First World War.
Was it like a ridiculously high percentage of the world? It's like,
Yeah, it was huge. It was
Yeah.
like coloured like 30% of the world or
Mhm.
something mad. Obviously, the population was a lot smaller as well.
Spanish flu was brutal.
It was really bad. It was like a modern plague.
Do you reckon that in
Long-
like medieval times there was like a wife somewhere like, oh, he's just got man flu.
Probably.
What? Oh, he just.
Stop doing it. Just, go on bed.
Just man up. Just have a cup of coffee and get on.
They're like,
Man flu.
I've died. She's like, no, come on, get on bed. Put him away.
Well, it's okay to like try and pretend you're not ill for a while, and then eventually
It hits.
it does catch
Yeah.
up with
I
you.
did that the other week. I was ill most of the week, and I got to Thursday, and I woke up on Thursday morning, and I was like, I'm not going to work.
Well, you get to that stage where you know that you probably do it, but you're gonna feel rubbish doing it.
Yeah,
so it's like,
yeah.
okay,
It's that balance, isn't it?
I'll just get my drama on.
And then you call up work like, I can't today.
No, you text work.
Yeah.
You
Or email.
text or email.
Yeah, I can email them.
Yeah, that's.
Actually, at the moment, WhatsApp.
Yep,
I've got my boss on WhatsApp. I'm just like, oh,
that's a
mail.
good idea.
Last time I was ill.
I wouldn't. Some of the images, conversations that cross on WhatsApp, I'd be scared. I'd send it to the wrong feed.
Well, the thing is, the most weird stuff comes from my boss.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, you got to keep her then.
Yeah, like some of the weird stuff that he sends me.
I'm sure it's all interesting though.
It is interesting. Like Haribo advert would just been changed.
Interesting, weird crossover. It definitely is at some point.
It's one of those things again. There's a graph, isn't there?
There is a graph. Yeah, we should probably start keeping an eye on
It's
plotting.
the same as the crazy hot charts from How I Met Your Mother.
But we
It's
should
the
plot
same.
them, and at what point, when the lines cross, is the point of like
It goes right down the middle, doesn't it?
what, and then it's equally
X and
weird.
your Y,
X equals Y.
is crazy.
Yeah.
Y is
Yeah.
X is Y. It's just a line straight down the
It's the
middle.
equation. X equals Y.
Yeah.
It's just a diagonal line up.
Diagonal line straight
Yep.
through. Maths.
But then the bigger the X, then the bigger the Y. So then the more weird something is, then the more interesting it also has to
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Well, I don't know because you can.
If
just
it's
get
really weird, like really fucking weird, it has to be ridiculously interesting.
be. So I'm gonna side with this to a point, and I feel that it cliffs, and it's no longer interesting.
Yeah, so I was scrolling through photos from my boss. He face swapped his face with a baby on a baby bottle,
Oh my god.
and it's generally terrifying.
Yeah, that is deeply disturbing. The face swap thing's quite interesting.
It can be
Like,
quite fun,
There's some funny ones. Now they've updated it so that you can just upload photos
which
to
is
it.
so much better.
It's a lot more interesting on that one.
Some of these are, I'm going to say, very politically correct.
Incorrect.
But then most things, to be honest though, there are a lot of things that you must have a unique link with your boss that you would want to send the usual lad banter to between them. Oh, I just said that, didn't I? Oh,
You just said
wow.
lad banter.
Well, on that note,
What's the time, Angus, on that one?
you're going to follow up with lads.
No, is this when we have to delete this?
Lads.
I don't know. To delete
Can do.
everything that came previously. Jesus.
Yep. Do you get strikes? Oh, that's Angus is one strike.
Angus
Yeah.
gets a strike for that.
Yeah.
Or what, a chalk on the wall?
Yeah,
3
chalk on
strikes
the wall.
and you are out.
Yeah.
Next week you are not here.
I
It'll be me and Mitchell.
just get crossed off the.
You'll be the guest.
Just get crossed.
Mitch becomes
Now
a
the
regular.
student has become the master.
Yeah.
Bow to your sensei. Rake 1, Taekwondo gym. Oh man, I came across that the other day. I rewatched Rake. What's he called? No, Taekwondo, whatever his name. The character from Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I came across. Well, I re-saw somebody covering the dance song from Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
You know the one.
I know that. I actually haven't seen the film.
Yeah.
It was
What?
on, and I started watching it, but I was sort of an hour in, and I was like,
It's one of those weird off-the-wall things where if it's not your humour, you will hate it.
I know. You have to. It's one of those things you have to watch, though.
I met someone that hated Aeroplane.
What?
Like the movie
I
Aeroplane.
don't understand.
I don't understand how that's like the
That's
pinnacle
not
of
possible,
modern
is it?
humour, isn't it?
I don't think that's possible, is it?
Yeah. Like Don't Call Me Shirley. That's where that's from.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, something's gone weird with my mic. That's fine.
No, it's not. Angus is just playing.
Oh,
something.
it's Napoleon. He's just putting his cassette in.
Oh,
Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai is the best.
What's the song called?
I have this on vinyl.
You've on
I
vinyl.
have this album on vinyl.
I think it might be one of those songs that doesn't actually mention the name of it in the singing.
Oh, okay.
So yes, going to leave you hanging. It's called Canned Heat.
That's the
Yeah, it's
one.
Canned Heat.
It is called Canned Heat.
Yeah, I have it on vinyl. Yeah.
Vinyl.
I've got some vinyl.
Have you?
Yeah, I got a Jason Status phone.
Nothing
would
as
be quite
weird
good.
as Jamiroquai Canned Heat.
It is. Jamiroquai is probably my favourite album that I have on vinyl. I have a few. I have some really like classics, but Jamiroquai I can put on in any mood, and it's brilliant.
A mood shifter.
Yeah.
Funny story about Jason Status vinyl. I killed a fish with it.
You killed a fish.
Oh, yeah, I know you've got like a image in your mind of me hitting
I have.
a
Yeah.
fish with
I
vinyl.
have.
No, my sister used to have these fish, and she used to keep them on top of speakers.
Well,
I think you were there.
Oh,
I'm
right.
fast losing sympathy for the placement of the fish. I hadn't remembered they were on top of the speakers.
It's not
Yeah.
a great place to put fish.
No,
You shouldn't
no,
put
no.
anything on top of speakers.
No, but yeah. So Jason Status came on, and the vibrations killed them.
Well, it has to be loud.
Yeah, I felt kind of guilty because it was directly my fault, but
Is that a
Weird,
secret? Did
she
you know that?
doesn't know. No, she doesn't know.
Oh, well done.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, I hope she listens to the podcast.
Oh yeah,
She might be funny.
She might now. We had we used to have 2 fish from a fair, and my sister had a house party, and somebody poured beer in the fish. And
Wow.
What a way to go!
That is a dick move.
It didn't survive. No, the fish was dead. But then the house party she had afterwards, Mum decided to. We had 2 fish, and one of them died. And the other fish, the remaining fish, was like hardy. He'd been through the mill. We could confirm he was a beast. We hung a tangerine net over the top of it to keep like debris out of the fish tank.
How mental were your parties? Debris was flying everywhere. So it was like a war zone in there.
I don't know. I mean, it was a teenage party. It was wild. Things did get crazy. But yeah. So yeah, that one fish died and the other one was good.
I've had fish die.
We tried to revive one with a kind of give it like fish CPR by
With
inflating.
like a 9-volt battery.
No,
or
no,
something.
it was worse than that. We inflated a balloon, and repeatedly released. No, I did not try and like.
2 live wires just in the bowl. Like,
Didn't try and bump start a fish.
With a 9-volt battery.
No, we blew up a balloon and then released the air to like release the bubbles to try and oxygenate the water.
I was gonna say, I was wondering where you're going with that because I'm pretty sure fish don't need air.
Well, we're trying everything at this point.
Don't
It
get
may have
tablets
been
for
a
that.
lost cause.
Yeah.
He was a bit beyond tablets.
Oxygenation.
He was like upside down, and
You know, it's just a straw. He's blowing.
tried this, but I mean, you don't want to.
So he was upside down, so he was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kaput. Got buried in the garden. What a way to go, though.
Yeah.
What a life.
Me too.
Buried him. That's gracious of you. Normally they just get flushed down the toilet.
I have
Nah, I couldn't bring
4
myself to do
fish
that.
in my garden.
Really?
Really?
4, I think, maybe 3. Can't remember.
How many knives this week?
Yeah.
No knives this week.
Someone trying to attack you.
No knives
no
to
knives.
report this
No.
week.
None.
Just 4 buried dead fish.
2. Yeah, I think there's 4 fish, 2 hamsters, or 3 hamsters, and a dog. Quite a lot of animals. It's like a small menagerie
Yeah.
under my back
A
garden.
menagerie.
I'm surprised you didn't talk about the cocaine which appeared on our next neighbour's lawn. Well, that one time.
Well, I
From
mean,
that-
there's a
that one
checkered
guy.
past from the man next door.
Yeah, we're going to name him because.
No, hell no.
No
No,
names.
That's libelous.
Yeah.
No names.
But yeah, cocaine one time.
Yeah, there's been all.
You sure it wasn't just icing sugar?
No.
Well, there was police involved, so I doubt it was someone
But
trying
you
to bake a
actually, to be
cake.
fair, you get just as in trouble for impersonating drugs as you do actually dealing with them.
Yeah, I think that's right.
No, yeah, sorry about that. I've overlooked the fact that there was the drug man 2 doors down for a short while.
Doors down.
Mm.
Think I'm in love with the drug man 2 doors down.
What's that?
I think I'm in love with the girl 2 doors down.
Yeah. Apart from he was slightly more.
Oh yeah, my rendition was abysmal.
Well,
Who was it by?
Don't know. Name some artists.
Isn't Two Door Down like an artist name as well?
Yeah, that's
Doors
not what
Down.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Well, there's a song by Mystery Jets.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Are you sure?
Are we gonna play the
Yeah.
mystery song?
Is it
game
quite
that
old?
Nobody knows.
No.
Oh,
It's a 2008, but it's Mystery Jets are good.
there could be a cover.
This isn't what you meant.
Don't know yet.
I think I'm in love with the
Okay,
girl
well-
next door.
Oh right,
It's
no,
driving me crazy.
Well,
Can't take it anymore.
I stand corrected. It was exactly what you were on about, and I'm sorry for ever doubting you.
The neighbors complain, but that's
It's
the
actually
kind
using
of
the
girl
song,
I love.
Is it not a cover?
Maybe I should call her.
What were the odds on him starting the song with singing about a girl 2 doors
Yeah,
down?
but it's not 2 doors down. It's, I think I'm in love with the girl.
Is it Dolly Parton? Nathan Carter.
Oh no, it's this one.
Wow, roller
Wow,
coaster of
wow.
emotions here.
You're toying with us,
down.
up and down, toying with us, dangling
Yes,
us.
this one. This is the one. It's a good song. Remember, we have to critique it. It's a really good song. I like the lyrics.
It sounds a bit like a jingle.
It does sound jingly.
Definitely. Well, we've also learned that there's an issue with this having to critique songs. As George can't critique music.
Why not, George?
I think it's good.
Well, because he went. It sounds like because it was a bit tinkly and it sounds like a jingle.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, he said jingle.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I lost. It's the. Oh, sorry, I'm away with the
Doesn't
fairness.
matter.
It's been a weird week. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know if I'm here nor there.
You're here.
I'm here.
I can confirm it. You sat in a chair
You're
opposite me.
definitely
Yeah,
here.
I'm sat opposite here. But earlier I was been a week in hospital and I'm out and I'm sorted and it'll be all fine. Yeah, just leave it there. Yeah.
We are back.
Yeah, we're back.
We're not going anywhere.
But yeah,
That was the worst one.
right. How about we're
Another-
having fun?
Yeah, we are.
We're having fun.
Another?
We'll call it.
I think
Should we do a
that's it.
two-parter?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah, let's do
Right, let's do a two-parter.
Because people don't have longer than half an hour to spend listening to
Yeah, but
something.
we're already overrun anyway.
Oh,
You overrun already.
Sorry.
We've overrun
everyone.
already, so we'll
Where
go.
did we start today? That one-armed Chinese man.
We started from a one-armed Chinese man who crashed his car because he was trying to change gears and steer, and everything.
And wound up with your old neighbour who had cocaine all over his front lawn.
Cocaine all over his lawn, and a Mystery Jet song that George took us on a roller coaster of emotions.
Brilliant.
So yeah, there we go. And and also there's no homework.
No homework today.
Really?
No homework.
No
Apart
homework.
from to research the image of the Sky Rocket Coaster.
The Sky Coaster in Florida, yeah. And watch the videos, they're amazing.
Is it like those videos of the people in the balls?
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention earlier.
Janice, I'm falling!
Oh dear.
Yeah, just Google Janice, I'm falling if you
that
need
is
the
funny.
image.
She's saved by her fat. Like,
What?
I don't find if she was any thinner, she would have fallen out. If you
Oh,
watch,
You're
yeah,
right.
because like her neck holds there. And it's
First person, yeah, there's not very many people who've ever been saved by their weight, but she's part of an elite band of people who are saved by their weight.
So, yeah, look up the Sky Coaster
And Janice, I'm falling.
and Janice, I'm falling.
Also, the guy that
and
keeps
that's it.
passing out. That would be the most single and terrifying experience in your
And
life.
if anybody can think of anybody else who has been saved by their weight, get in contact with us.
Oh, and follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, you can tweet at us.
Yeah, you can tweet us with comments, things that you want us to talk about, maybe
Yeah.
Yeah,
anything
I'm
cool
just
or
hang on a
interesting that
second.
you want to tell us.
I can't remember.
Or anything that you hate about what we're doing.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. That's just going to be open season.
I don't know, critiquing's always
No,
good.
we want critiquing.
Yeah.
We're at
Yeah.
Starter for 10 pod. Starter for 10, the number 10 pod.
That's
There's not very many of us,
no.
but and also you can listen to us on Acast now as well.
Yeah, we're on Acast.
It's the kind people. We're currently in a transitional period while we try and organise the best place to host our
We're
podcast.
not sure where to put ourselves yet, but we're all over the place at the moment. iTunes. We will probably always be on iTunes, won't we?
We'll always be on iTunes. We'll probably always be on Acast, and yeah, we might be somewhere else in the meantime. But anyway, cheers. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Ciao for now.
That concludes episode 3, and we'll be back.
How is it 3? Can I say, because wasn't the last one 3?
Nah, episode
No.
2.
There's like 4 on your channel already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's 2 episodes that were before we decided what it was
We
called,
didn't know what we
so
were
they're
doing.
just
That was
bonus
that was just
content.
nonsense.
But if you're enjoying this so much, go back and listen.
I
but it's
think
a
we cut it there.
challenging listen.
They're good.
Right, that's it.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.